Chapter 7, in which a new challenger approaches. Yeah, that story arc, it finished quicker than I thought it would. Rock Patriot, real name Morton Smenny, got a few job offers after his report made headline news all over the country. He took a job in the largest city, my hometown. He said he did it so he could be close to Liz. I'm really glad she found a great guy like him. They seem like a perfect match for each other. He's busy with his work most of the time, but Lizzie's happier than she's ever been. Plus, they've already hit on the 1 month anniversary mark. It's the longest relationship Lizzie has ever had. I felt kinda sad when they left though. I know I wouldn't see him for a while, because I would be with DJ Nibbles on the campaign trail. That reminds me, I said I was going to check back with the AARP and see how DJ Nibbles handled the situation. It turns out he did perfectly. He showed up in person in Cat as a surprise guest at their next meeting, complete with an apology cake. The retirees loved it. People also loved DJ Nibbles' performance at the debate with Crusher. According to online polls, about 64% of people thought DJ Nibbles won the debate. That's close to 2/3. Thirdly, not too many people watched it for a few reasons. First, none of the top 4 candidates are in it. Second, there had already been 209 debates so far this election season. Third, there was a football game on that night. There were 1 or 2 reports about the debate, but all the news focused on Crusher's arrest. That ended up being the best publicity we could hope for. The press left my name out of it, so DJ Nibbles got all the credit for stopping the election fraud and catching the crooks. His popularity soared after that. He jumped from 5th place to 4th, to 3rd, and even 2nd place. I got 2nd place in the primary. That's great. I know, the only cat who did better than you was Thunderpaw. Thunderpaw, he's a newcomer to politics too. This must be the year of fresh new faces, not the year of aging, was it? Septuagenarians. Wow, I can't believe I got that word first time. I wonder why all the newcomers are so popular. I think it's because the cats in charge of the political parties still think and act like it's 50 years ago. The voters are sick and tired of getting the same old policies all the time. Maybe we should take advantage of that wave of resentment. Do you have any bold new political ideas that no one's ever heard of before? Absolutely, I want to double the amount of breaks that employees get. People need to be able to get more cat naps. Anything else? It should be illegal for people to use the same dish as a food bowl and a water bowl. Keep the bowls separate. Any policies that deal with humans? Yeah, any human caught pulling on a cat's tail would be sentenced to jail time. On second thought, maybe we should try focusing on current issues rather than introducing a bunch of new ones partway through the campaign. Either works for me. Come on, let's go to my hotel room. What? It's too fast. You want me in your room? Alone? Of course. I'd love it. Is it scandal? Yes, but let's do it. I would love to be alone with you, just you and me snuggled up close together. No one else has to know. What are you talking about? We're going to celebrate our victory in Meow. Oh yeah. You think that is, of course, romantic. DJ Nibbles tripped over his words, so I couldn't really hear what he was saying, but the one word that came through loud and clear was romantic. It doesn't have to be romantic unless you want it to be. I don't want to pressure you. That was a confession. That was absolutely a confession just there. I like you, Abigail, but I've been so busy with the campaign the past several months, I just never thought about romance. I mean, who would honestly date a presidential candidate? I'm sure lots of people would. Oh yeah, all about that money and prestige. Mostly just publicity seekers and clueless airheads. The smart candidates are the ones who were married before they started their campaigns, like Rover. About Rover. President Daisy Doodle isn't married. Yeah, but every single person in the country knows who she is. Imagine trying to find a date when that's the case. You'd pretty much be forced to do anonymous online dating. You got a point, that sounds pretty rough. Is that why you've decided not to date anyone? Well, I'd like to try and find a girlfriend, but I'm constantly on the move, never staying in a state for more than a week at a time. We leave for New Clawshire tomorrow, you know, and it's going to be the busiest primary of them all. I thought the final primary would be the busiest one, you know, the one where everyone's scrambling for their last chance to get the nomination. No, the last primary is in South Carolina, my home state. I'm guaranteed to get a majority vote as the hometown hero. New Clawshire is going to be the tough one. That's where I poll the lowest. That was back when you were in 5th place, now you're in 2nd. People in New Clawshire won't be able to dismiss you now. Yeah, hey, speaking of New Clawshire, did I tell you about the time? Oh, just casual chat now. DJ Nibbles launched into a story about how he accidentally ordered a salami sandwich instead of tuna on rye. My mind wandered back to our earlier conversation on romance. He said he'd like to find a girlfriend, so he was interested in dating after all. Maybe I was secretly jealous of Lizzie and her new boyfriend or something, because I started thinking about how long it had been since I last had a boyfriend. Losing my job and struggling to pay for my apartment has eaten up most of my time recently. Now that I have a job and somewhat secure living situation, maybe it's time to change that. But how? DJ Nibbles is right, it's going to be hard to find someone when I'm moving around all the time. And despite what Lizzie says, I'm not some gorgeous babe that men are constantly falling over. Sure, I'll get the occasional cat call, but that's less about me being attractive and more about men behaving like disgusting pigs. True. Actually, I carry an animal whistle in my purse at all times. Whenever a cat tries to catcall me, I put out a whistle and blow on it. The cats always run away. Howling at the top of their lungs serves them right if you ask me. No, I don't want a cat like that. I want a cat who's more respectful, more responsible. A cat who's like DJ Nibbles. I smiled as I walked with DJ Nibbles to his hotel room. Was it possible that there was a future for us together? Maybe. Hey, you know what we should do? Order pizza? Nah, let's turn on the news. Rock Patriots should be on. Alright, let's do it. Is he seriously going to stick with that name now that he's reporting nationally? It sounds stupid next to, was it Brian Clorums and Katie Kurdik? This guy. Has he really got that tattoo right across his chest? Down to third place, getting most at 15% of the vote in New Clawshire. A tough break for TJ Nibbles. Third place, why did he drop back down? I don't know, what's going on? Thunderpaw, who won the hour, is down too, getting 23% at most. Neither of the newcomers have much popularity in New Clawshire, a state which prefers established politics. Their candidate of choice is a new frontrunner, Vice President Fluffy McSnuggles. Who's that? True, the Vice President has not announced her candidacy yet, and some analysts say that her late entry into the field could hurt her campaign overall. However, this has not hurt her popularity in New Clawshire in the slightest, and she's polling at 56%. I'm losing to a candidate who's not even in the running. What's going on? Well, Fluffy McSnuggles is a pretty popular politician. She's done a lot of good work this past year. Everyone loves her. Great, Fluffy is going to win the race without even trying, and I'll be on the losing side of history. This is the worst news ever. Let's comfort him. You can't give up yet. Like you said yourself, Fluffy isn't even in the presidential race yet. But with such a huge lead, she'd be foolish not to join the race. This is bad. Really bad. Look at it this way then. You're in the top 3. There are dozens of other politicians who'd wish they could be where you are now. I guess so. Let's forget about it for now. Focus on your celebration party. You are second in Meowa. Should I order food and turn on music? That's okay. I don't feel like celebrating anymore. Maybe you should leave. Oh, okay. I've been kicked out. Casting a sad glance back at DJ Nibbles, I slowly left the room. What was it? Was it truly the end of our campaign? Chapter 8, in which bad things happen at the debate. Again. Vice President Fluffy McSnuggles completely dominated the news after that. Pretty much everyone had something to say about her. When I checked online, her name was everywhere. Why Vice President Fluffy is my favourite candidate. I'm voting for her, even if she doesn't enter the race. Did you see the way she handled herself at the UN this year? Presidential material all the way. I'm going to name my kittens after her. 400,000 messages about her. Oh wait, it's 450,000 and growing. Wow, this is depressing. Let's see if anyone's saying anything about DJ Nibbles. Why, Vice President Fluffy is going to destroy DJ Nibbles in the election. DJ Nibbles needs to drop out now. He's not actually that good of a DJ. Former campaign manager speaks out. DJ Nibbles spelled backwards. Is what Selbin JD? Great. Hey, any good articles about me? Not really. All the news is about Fluffy McSnuggles. Did she finally announce her candidacy? Seems like she's getting close. She's visiting New Clawshire on Tuesday, arriving shortly before the event. Well, that'll be Super Tuesday for my campaign. What are my supporters up to? They, have you got any? When I searched for the DJ Nibbles supporters, the story was right at DJ Nibbles' campaign party. Not a very positive looking headline. What? Let's tell him the truth. It looks like some of your supporters started a riot. What? Let's see. The New Clawshire for DJ Nibbles group has been meeting monthly for the past year, working to get their candidate elected. As the New Clawshire primary has drawn closer, they've upgraded to twice weekly meetings and extensive door-to-door campaigning. I love those people. The group has more than doubled its size, prompting them to switch their meeting location from a burger joint to a much larger pizza place. Little did they know that the new Clawshare for Thunderpaw group had also booked the same place. I think I see where this is going. Yeah, Thunderpaw guys, the ones who follow that guy, are a pain. Arguments immediately broke out over those who deserved the space and who was going to win the campaign. Tensions rose, and the breaking point occurred when the group leaders saw an unrelated third party wearing Fluffy McSnuggles' Is My Hero shirts. A riotous brawl immediately broke out. It was a cat fight for the ages. People threw t-shirts and flyers at each other, and one cat was covered in head to toe with bumper stickers. The police had to be called in order to clear the area. By the time everything was cleared up, there were 9 hospitalizations, 42 minor injuries, and 2 buckets of pizza sauce unaccounted for. The owner of the restaurant expects both groups to pay for damages. But what damage will this do to DJ Nibbles' campaign? Thunderpaw has already spoken out aggressively against the incident, saying that those losers had it coming to them. DJ Nibbles could not be reached for comment. Why couldn't he be? That's the entire article. Kinda harsh. This is terrible. If my supporters are causing trouble, people will be less likely to vote for me. I think we should blame the Thunderpaw supporters. They're rude and aggressive. Meanwhile, Vice President Fluffy comes out and smelling of roses because none of her supporters were involved in the mess. Hey, maybe this story won't make the national circuit. Are you kidding? It's violent, sensational, and it makes political candidates look bad. There's no way the networks will avoid the story. I guess I better start with the damage control. I'm sorry, DJ Nibbles, I know you didn't want this. True, I didn't want it, but to be honest, I can't really blame him. If a bunch of Thunderpaw supporters got all up in my face, I'd want to hit him too. That's why I've got security guards to get rid of all the protesters at my events. What? Maybe that's what I should do. I could scratch Thunderpaw at the next debate. It'd make me look more powerful than him. No, you can't be violent, dude. You promised you wouldn't do anything unexpected unless the other candidates are also doing it. I know, I need to be boring and responsible, yeah. You're cute when you're complaining like that. I am. Maybe I should complain more often. Oh, a little bit flirty, are we? I don't think that's a good idea. Fine. You're right, it's not. And I think you're cute when you giggle. Ah. Flirt. Dirty boy. Thanks. Am I blushing? I'm totally blushing right now. Oh, jeez, this is embarrassing. Cheeky, cheeky. I quickly turned away and went to work, trying to smooth out the riot situation. The leaders of New Clawshare for DJ Nibbles were more than willing to help. They agreed to take all the blame and pay for the damages. Not much of interest happened after that. DJ Nibbles campaigned as usual, and he drew larger crowds than before, but it didn't seem to matter. Everyone's interest was in the vice president. Even at the Tuesday debate. What's going to happen? Hello and welcome to the Sharp Claw debate, live in New Clawshare. We have our top 3 contestants here tonight. First is the winner of Meowers Primary, Thunderpaw. I'm going to be president and you're going to like it. Next is third place, DJ Nibbles. Yes, us. Glad to be here so I can share my thoughts with everyone. And finally, we have an empty podium. What? Yeah, of course it doesn't say nothing. What's that podium for? In case Fluffy McSnuggles decides to join the debate, she is, after all, the most popular candidate right now. They're chanting Fluffy. She's not even here, come on. The first question is for DJ Nibbles. We know that Fluffy McSnuggles is probably going to continue her wildly successful strategies that resulted in the Middle East peace agreement. What would you do to foster international cooperation? That's quite a question. First of all, he doesn't know anything about foreign policy. Me, on the other hand, I'm on the first name basis with the president of Perusia. Nice guy, he has some weird ideas, but he's nice. But if he tries to cause problems with other countries, he'll be hearing directly from me. Don't interrupt. And another thing, we need to secure our borders with an invisible fence. It's the cheapest, most humane way to make sure no one gets this across without permission. If you cared about permission, you wait for permission to speak instead of interrupting all the time. I'm interrupting? I'm the highest polling candidate here. You shouldn't even be here, kid. Fluffy's podium, your response. I ain't gonna say nothing. Taking the high road and staying out of the argument. I like your style. It's a block of wood. Oh my god. The rest of the debate went like that. Thunderpaw kept interrupting DJ Nibbles, and DJ Nibbles was getting frustrated. Maybe that was Thunderpaw's strategy. He wanted to goad DJ Nibbles into shouting or screaming or doing something foolish to make him look bad. About halfway through, they started taking audience questions. Now that we're halfway through, Fluffy McSnuggles, you are welcome to join us at any time. we're going to open it up to questions from the audience because airing unscreened opinions from complete strangers is always a good idea. You, sir, you with the shirt, please step forward. Yeah, this question's for like the cats. Do you like catnip? All cats like catnip. Really? Have some now. Oh no! The person threw a bag of catnip onto stage. Thunderfall's eyes bulged out. He started batting at the catnip and rolling around. DJ Nibbles, can you control yourself? Can you maintain? Oh yeah, I love it. Thunderfall's gone. DJ Nibbles stood frozen on the stage. I immediately remembered his promise not to do anything unexpected unless the other candidates are doing it first. But did that mean he would sniff the catnip? Or has he got that? Can he do it? Yum. Oh. DJ Nibbles died at the catnip and rubbed his face in it. Then he ran around on stage in circles, screeching loudly. Dude, you gotta make better decisions for yourself, man. You fool, don't you know you can't give catnip to kittens? Sorry, DJ Nibbles, look, he's drooling everywhere. We're gonna take a commercial break and see if we can't calm down the candidates. More! On top of old Smokey, all covered in snow. I lost my true lover for campaigning too slow. Nibbles has lost it. Where's my mummy? What? What's the podium talking?